They're not bad whiskeys now. It's, you know.
Welcome back to Drinking with Craig and Roger. I'm Craig.
I'm Roger.
What do we got today? You have collected some Georgia, like lesser known Georgia distilleries on trips, right?
Yes. Well, we have 3 different kind of whiskeys from Georgia. And, you know, if you're not in a part of the country that you have Georgia whiskeys available, if you look around, you'll probably find some whiskeys like these that are very interesting and worth the trip.
Yeah, small batch products.
Well, I collected these from Georgia distilleries, making little trips around for them. And the first one is a straight bourbon, single barrel bourbon from Remedy, which is in Gainesville, Georgia, although they sourced the whiskey from MGP in Indiana.
Okay, well, that's good stuff.
The next one is Eclipse from Soldier of the Sea Distillery in Comer, pretty newcomer.
Have never heard of them or Comer, Georgia.
All right. And then the last one is Moonrise single barrel rye whiskey. Moonrise is in Clayton, Georgia.
Okay, nice.
All right. So
we've tried something from them in the past.
Yes, we have, but this one's a single barrel.
Yeah, this should, and I think it's cast strength. Even,
yes, it's 112. 56. It's not quite cast strength, but
it's pretty strong. Yeah.
All right. The other 2 are 90 proof, which is still a pretty good drink. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see how they have adjusted the whiskey from MGP because they believe that each barrel, even though they're all new charred oak barrels, you know, they have a slightly different taste that they give to the whiskey. And so that's why they only do small batches of single barrels so that you can taste differences from bottle to bottle.
Yeah.
But not big differences.
You can and you can pretty much always get a little more money for a single barrel than you can for anything else. It's got that, you know, special ring to it.
Yes.
So let's give it a try. This one's 90 proof, 45%, right?
Yeah, it's 90 proof.
Yeah, a lot of maybe like charcoal type in the nose. Almost a little bit like a Tennessee type of thing. Hitting me right out of the gate on the nose, but it smells good.
Very nice, not a heavy body. And it doesn't really taste too young, although I've read that it's at least 2 years old, but it could be as old as 4 years.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it doesn't taste young to me, but it definitely doesn't taste mature, you know, aged. So it's at a good spot. I mean,
yeah, it hasn't
popping
picked up
through
so much of the caramel from the the oak barrels, the charred oak barrels.
I'm getting a lot of cherry notes, some nuttiness, definitely, you know, kind of barrel char type of flavor, but not oak.
Yeah.
It's sweet, of course.
Very, very, very clean. Very clean taste.
Yeah. It is coming across a little Tennessee to me for some reason, like a little Jack Daniel's profile. For whatever reason, not a bad thing. Just it veers a little more on that path, in my opinion, right now.
Well, they say something about not being in the barrel quite as long as some bourbons, because you know the Tennessee whiskey filters it before it goes into the barrels, and so that cleans up some of the stuff in it. But
it's very clean.
It's very nice. All right. Well, I think we want to sort of taste the difference here. This one is a regular bourbon, so we know it's at least 51% corn.
Yep.
Okay. Now the next one.
This is interesting.
The Eclipse here from Soldier of the Sea. So you can see there's a little picture of a bee on the back label.
Yes.
And they do make this with honey.
Oh, okay.
And they pride themselves on having equal portions of corn, wheat, and barley. And so it is not a bourbon. 33% it's not
of each.
Rye. It's not a wheat whiskey. It's
an American whiskey. Yes.
And it's called Eclipse for the distillery cat, who is a pretty good mouser. And the cat is black. So there we are.
Eclipse, I got it. And yes, they multiple mentions of bees. So they used the honey in part of the fermentation process.
That's right.
Right?
So
Okay.
shall we have a little taste of this?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's give it a whirl.
Here we are.
Wow, okay.
Well, that's a very different smell than the
Very
first one.
different. I think I can detect some of the honey. I've had two other things that were aged in honey barrels, and so it has a similar type of note to it. Also, I'm smelling, I want to say like cedar, kind of wood.
Well, I think they use different barrels too for aging it.
Wow.
It's very interesting, isn't it?
It is very interesting. It is kind of rich and sweet. And yeah, I can tell it has a much higher than normal malted barley content. Yeah, interesting. Did they give any indication how long it's aged or anything?
No, they didn't. They can't be too long because they've only been open a couple years. And less because I've had the bottle for over a year. So
Okay, wow.
we made a little trip
This
there.
is
It was
cool.
nice. They had a nice little bar, and it was kind of fun. And a lot of local folks came in, and we were there, and it was great.
This is it's good. It's interesting. It's unique. That's for sure. Yeah, I can't really parse out the different grains so much other than that I can tell it's a little more malt heavy, which is nice.
I think the honey adds a nice little top part to the body of it, and to the taste, and to the smell of it, the nose.
It's a pretty deep flavor.
And the finish is fairly long, and I can taste the honey again in the finish. Yeah.
And they got a lot of color in here for, what we assume is a pretty short amount of aging. So interesting.
Well,
They did a lot of stuff to this bottle.
there is some coloring that you could add legally.
Oh, I guess, yeah, because you're not calling it a bourbon.
Nope.
Okay.
So-
But the flavor matches the color. So
The more I sip on this, the more I can taste the honey, and I can even taste the wax in the honeycomb.
wow. Super palate over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can taste the wax, but there's a lot going on. This is super interesting. I'd have to keep these guys on my radar.
All right. Well, let us move on so we can go back and forth between them.
Sure.
Okay, the last one here is from Moonrise.
Moonrise.
And it's their single barrel rye whiskey. It's 112 proof, only cut down a few points
Yeah.
from the barrel strength, but the owner believes that 112 shows the product to its best.
I can
And
see that.
It's at least 6 years in 30 gallon barrels, which are smaller than the average, so it ages faster in them. There's more air per ounce of whiskey.
Let's see. It's a wax seal on the top, so I think I did pretty good.
And they do say that it's a rye whiskey, but they also say they have 4 grains in it, which is probably going to be 51% rye plus X amount of corn and wheat and a little bit of barley malt.
Yep.
That's it.
malted barley. All right. Well, let's see here. Gluck, 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 gluck. There we go.
Well, you can tell, I do believe the new charred oak barrels have given it some color.
It's got some color. Did they give it any indication to age?
6 years at least.
6 years. Did I miss that? Okay, at least 6 years. Cool. And they did distill this themselves.
Oh,
So
yes.
that's cool.
Yes, you can. If you want to pay them something, you can go tour the warehouse and their distillery process, but it's not free.
Oh, okay.
But that's all right.
$10
they have a
maybe.
very, very nice tap room there, or whatever you want to call it when it's whiskey only.
Then interesting that it says product of the USA distilled from corn. Why was that? I don't see that on labels very often. Interesting.
Well, it's a heritage corn that is grown locally that they use. So I don't know about the rye, but probably too.
Interesting. Ooh, Nice nose.
Yeah, and this is pretty widely available throughout Georgia. So is Remedy. I don't believe the Eclipse is so widely available,
Yeah.
but it's worth the trip if you can.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
do it.
Zing. Got a little heat to it.
Yeah, you can taste the rye in there, can't you? Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of other.
But it's not overly rye heavy in terms of those green herbal type notes.
No, it's
all that.
It's a pretty
More
nice
on the bourbon
whiskey.
side.
I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't think it was pretty good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's good. It's good. A bright flavor. It's not like a deep, rich flavor like this one, and it's definitely more sharper, more in your face flavor than this one.
Well, the finish is quite
you would
long
expect.
in it, and I'm tasting the high notes in the nose of it, and in the body in the finish.
I almost right now on the smell is reminding me of Tabasco sauce. Like a spicy type of nose with a little.
That must be the rye.
I guess so.
Okay. All right.
Little husk of the grain.
Oh yeah,
going on, as you like to
a little
say.
bit, not too much now. I mean, it's not really overwhelming.
Yeah, it's good. These are interesting. That would be a nice little stop if I was ever in Rabun County.
Oh, you go up 441, and you keep going up there, and you end up there.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, keep it on my radar. Interesting stuff. And now I know you're happy you've been holding on to these. Now you can actually drink them.
Well, I don't like to pour whiskey out of bottles that have only 1/4 left.
Well,
you can do that. But,
I like it when I see that because I'm like, they know what this whiskey's all about. They've gone through it. They've had it numerous times.
Well,
there's a good quality to that.
Yeah,
too.
but I tasted this before I bought it.
Well, yeah, then that's a big plus. Yeah, good stuff. Thanks for bringing it. All right, so if you guys like what we're doing, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to see everything we've got coming up, and who knows what it'll be next. We do all kinds of stuff. But drop us a comment if you've been to any of these distilleries, had this stuff, fan, whatever the case. Let us know.
If you have a local distillery in the far west or the north, and you want us to sample it, let us know. If we can get it shipped, we will. If not, send us some and we'll sample it.
We'll consider it.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks.
Until next time.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.